everybody. Welcome back to Easy Breezy. Sorry it's been such a long time since we posted a video. Figure we'll get back to it and get to work. Today we have a 318 John Deere with a very tired Onan's 18 horse engine. We are actually going to be taking a Kohler Command 23 horse, putting it in there, giving it a lot more power. We're also going to be repainting the tractor, and we're going to keep this loader on it for right now. But we are going to be building a new loader and cab for it, so let's get started. All right, so we're going to start with taking off this loader here. We got 4 bolts that hold that on right into the front of the frame of the tractor. Then we're going to take these side panels off and then take the hood off. So that way we can get good access to that motor. Then we'll start unhooking the cables and the wiring. All right, so we're going to start out with taking the side panels off here. We have this bolt here, same on the other side. We'll take those off real quick. Put those off to the side. Now that'll expose the side of your motors. This side is kind of a pain to take off. Now to take your front grille out, you have to go under the hood and kind of lift up here and push that out. It's not always easy. There we go. It just kind of snaps into place. So what we'll do is we'll take that grill out. There's going to be 4 bolts right here and here. Oh, 2 bolts here and here to take this top part of the hood off, and we'll get that off. So the muffler is actually going to be in the way to take those 4 bolts out to take the top part of the hood off. So you're actually, when you take the grill out, you got 2 bolts on this side here and 2 bolts on this side here, and the hood actually slides down onto the 2 pegs. So I'm going to get that off, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when I get it off. So you got 2 pegs standing up right here. Like I said, the 2 bolts go on each side, and they have little retainer nuts to run the bolts through. Alrighty, so what we're going to do first is get this battery unhooked, get that out of here. Then we are going to start unhooking fuel lines and our wiring. You have your choke cable up here and your throttle cable down here. Get those unhooked. Get this motor pretty much prepped to get out of here. And then we will come back and get the motor out and the fenders off and see what else we can get into. All right, so now what we're going to do, since we got all the wiring unhooked, the hood off, and the battery out, make sure you get that battery out right away before you start unhooking your wires, because you don't need any arcs, sparks, or fires. So you're going to have 4 bolts that bolt onto the motor. You got 1 here, 1 here, 1 on the back side that you have to access from underneath, and 1 also over here. Again, all of them you have to access from underneath. The 2 back here are going to be probably your hardest to get out because you can't actually access the nut on the top part of the motor. So we're hoping that they will just come loose without having to get to that nut. Otherwise, we're going to have to figure out how to actually get one out. After we get that motor out, you're going to slide it forward, and it should slide off of that drive shaft. So let's get the motor out. All right, so we got the motor unhooked, and it actually does not slide out of there. There's actually 4 bolts out of the flywheel that you have to take. So we got her all unbolted. Let's see if we can get her out of here. Oh. Well, it looks like we got her out of there. We did end up seeing that one of the fins on the motor was broke. So next thing we're going to start doing is, he's already unbolted the fenders. We're going to pull the fenders off. I'm actually going to rewire this thing. I don't need all the extra garbage that's in it that controls this thing. So get all that stripped out of here and keep tearing it apart. All right, so sorry, a little bit off camera. We did finish disassembling this. I took all the wiring out because I'm actually going to put my own wire harness back into it, and I know that's going to really irk a lot of true 318 fans, but the motor that we're putting in it is not going to utilize any of that wiring harness, and it's actually going to make it a lot harder to install. So what we're going to do is take this thing outside, pressure wash it, but you guys will have to wait for the next video. So remember, stay out of trouble, even though it ain't always fun, and we'll see you guys next time.